At first, I just wanted a foot massage, a simple relaxation after a long day at work. But sometimes, fate has a way of diverting our most innocent intentions. Before going any further, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to discover even more intriguing and surprising stories. Now, let's dive into this captivating tale. It all started on a Thursday evening. I had just finished a stressful presentation at the office, and all I wanted was to relax. On a whim, I walked into a massage parlor at the bottom of my building, a discreet yet elegant place. A young woman at the reception offered me a soothing smile and suggested their reflexology service. Without hesitation, I accepted. A few minutes later, I was settled in a plush chair, my feet submerged in a basin of warm water, scented with essential oils. That's when he appeared, Chris, the masseur. Tall, deep blue eyes, and a smile filled with gentle confidence. His hands were expert, and from the very first touch, I felt my whole body relax. The first session went smoothly. Just a tired client and a caring professional. But this was only the beginning of the story. As the massages continued, something changed. The silences between us grew heavy with tension. Our gazes lingered longer than necessary. One day, as his fingers gently pressed the sole of my foot, a shiver ran through me, and our eyes met. That moment changed everything. Tell me, have you ever felt an irresistible attraction to someone you weren't supposed to desire? Share your experiences in the comments. Little by little, our conversations became more personal. Chris spoke about his love for music, his travels, and I told him about my days, my doubts. He seemed to be the only person who truly listened to me. A connection was forming, insidious, delicate, yet undeniably present. One evening, a storm raged outside. I was the last client, and Chris offered me a cup of tea after my session. We found ourselves alone in the dimly lit room, lulled by the pounding rain. He brushed my hand. A fleeting contact, but electric. I should have stood up and left, but I couldn't. What happened next, I can't really explain. A stolen kiss, a passion that ignited in the darkness. I knew it was wrong, but for the first time in a long while, I felt alive. In the following days, I caught myself reminiscing about every moment with him, every touch, every exchanged glance. My heart raced at the thought of seeing him again, yet the fear of shattering my well-ordered life paralyzed me. One afternoon, after work, I stopped in front of the parlor, hesitant. I saw Chris through the window, busy with another client. A pang of jealousy hit me. I had no right to feel that way, but it was stronger than me. Finally, one evening, when we were alone, he took my hand and murmured, "I think about you all the time." Those words were my breaking point. We spent the night together in a forbidden and blazing embrace, a night that shattered everything I thought I knew about myself. The next day, guilt crashed over me. I was married, seemingly happy, but that night with Chris had exposed a void I didn't want to acknowledge. Should I tell Bradley? Should I put an end to this madness or follow this forbidden flame? What would you do in my place? Would you let an affair upend your carefully built life? Tell me your thoughts in the comments. The following days were torture. I avoided Chris, focused on my marriage, but nothing was the same anymore. I realized it wasn't just an affair. There was something deeper, something real. Yet, I knew it was a dead end. One evening, when I was alone at home, I picked up my phone and typed a message to Chris. A simple, "I need to see you." He replied immediately, suggesting a meeting at a discreet cafe on the outskirts of the city. My heart pounded as I made my way there. We talked for hours, trying to understand what truly connected us. Was it just physical attraction, or something stronger, something undeniable? He told me about his past, his wounds, his hopes. I felt like I was discovering a man who understood me better than anyone else. One night, as I was leaving work, I found a letter slipped under my door. It was from Bradley. He had discovered my secret. His words were painful, filled with confusion and sadness. My heart clenched. I loved him, but I knew I might have just destroyed everything. The next day, Chris waited for me outside my building. "Come away with me," he murmured. The idea was intoxicating, terrifying. Could I leave everything behind for him? I went home, and Bradley was there, his eyes filled with tears. "Tell me the truth," he demanded. I confessed everything, every glance, every shiver, every night spent thinking about another man. He clenched his fists, but instead of yelling, he murmured, "I don't want to lose you." Chris or Bradley? Fiery passion or comforting stability? In the end, I made my decision. I cut ties with Chris. My marriage was worth saving. Bradley and I started couples therapy, rediscovering what bound us beyond routine. Sometimes, infidelity isn't about carnal desire, but a wake-up call, an awakening to what we truly lack. And you, do you think certain temptations can help us better understand what we really want in life?